G'day guys, welcome to Lucy's channel, Lucy Lane, the Queen of Balmain. Today, we're going to talk about 3 things Lucy's destroyed in the last month. Now, these 3 things are completely off the radar. I had no idea this can happen, and this accumulated over time as well. So, make sure you stick around to find out the prevention tips at the end, because this could happen to you.
Hey you guys, I have grabbed Lucy and we're in the car because I have a little story to tell. So our car went in for its regular service 2 days ago, and a couple of hours after we dropped it off, we got a call from the mechanic saying that all the filters, the thermostat, everything was completely ruined. Now, we'd mentioned to them that our heater wasn't working, and it's currently winter in Australia, so it has been so cold when we're driving, and they said they'd look at it. Turns out it's not working, it's completely blocked, it was completely destroyed because it was full of dog hair. Yes, dog hair. Now there's only one thing to blame for that. So they had to keep our car for 2 days, they had to order in parts, and they had to replace the thermostat, all the filters, everything. So I've brought Lucy out to show her the damage she's done, and this will be the last time she ever goes in the car. I wish. I need to get myself my own nice car, and Zach and Lucy can just have their just grotty, dirty adventure car. What do you guys reckon? I wouldn't change Lucy for the world, but I was not prepared for this amount of hair. It is actually insane. So an FYI to German Shepherd owners, the mechanic said that it is something that does happen over time for people who have very hairy multi-dogs, and they do have them in the car a lot, that it can block all your filters and your whole air conditioning system. So I guess the one way is just to keep your car clean, which Zachary never keeps the car clean.
Alrighty, so that's number 1. Turns out the air filtration system in the car and the thermostat and filters did not like, no, this is my coffee, darling, did not like Lucy's hair going through the system, twirling around. So this is a big learning curve. I had no idea this could freaking happen in my wildest dreams. A very expensive exercise. That new thermostat and filter system cost me $1,000. All right, so the second thing, which is going to blow your mind, this happened a week ago, is one of our MacBook Pros, and now we work on our computers all the time, we edit all our videos on the computers all the time, stopped working. I was like, what could possibly be wrong with it? Anyway, I took it in. Now this didn't cost me any money, thank God, thanks to Apple Care, but the entire laptop, all through the keyboard, was covered internally with dog hair. So, holy shit, I could not believe it. Like, we groom Lucy all the time. She, you know, her coat is impeccable. The vets have told us themselves how well Lucy, how good she looks, how strong her fur is. But this is just one of the things of having a German Shepherd or a dog that molts. So that's essentially their double coat, which goes everywhere, doesn't it, Luce? So yes, my entire MacBook Pro, all the internals and all the hair had got through under the keys. And now this is not something that happens in a day or a week, kind of like the car. This was something that happened over the last couple of years. Now the last thing to be sacrificed to the double coat of a German Shepherd that I know of, there's probably going to be a to be continued because there'll be more things, but that I know of is the dryer. So our dryer ended up getting completely congested with Lucy's fur. This actually happened a few months ago. It happened before the car and before the MacBook, and I wasn't even going to bring it up. But since this all happened, I thought we'll throw this in there as well. So none of Lucy's hair was in the lint filter itself, which you empty out all the time before you use it. It actually, all of her hair had worked its way around the lint filter and all through the internals of the dryer. Anyway, we ended up getting a new dryer. The dryer was stuffed. We weren't going to use that again. So we can add that onto the bill. That was another $400. So here is some advice on how to prevent these things from happening. First one is, with the car, have a segregated place for your dog in the car. That be it one of those big mat things that you can put down that cover the back of the seats and the doors, almost like a giant dog hammock. Get one of those. Or do what we're going to do. Once I've completely cleaned out the car, that's my job on Friday, we're going to purchase a big flash new travel crate for Lucy, where it's going to pretty much contain all of her mess in there. Previously to that, I have like a little day bed that Lucy just lays in the back of the car and chills out and kind of does what she wants. Because she's so relaxed, I don't have to worry about her doing anything stupid. But anyway, doesn't stop the hair from getting around. So we're going to try to prevent it from that, and more regular car cleaning. Lucy's always in the back of the car. We do a lot of adventures. This is probably irrelevant to someone who just doesn't do much with their dog, but if you do, clean your car probably a couple of times a week or at least once a week. Next thing is, just be careful in bed with your devices. Dog hair kind of does get everywhere. Look, I suppose what you can do, maybe dust down your devices, maybe get the soft part of the vacuum cleaner attachment and go along your keyboard and suck that dog hair out of there. I had no idea dog hair could even get in there. And the last thing is, with the dryers and washing your clothes, actually, I'm sure we're probably going to have a problem with the washing machine now as well, so there'll be a follow-up video for that. But I looked online how to prevent this, and it's a lot of common sense. Why didn't I think of this? Just lint, get one of those dog hair lint bowler things and just lint. If you've got an excessive amount of dog hair on there, just defuzz your clothes before you throw them in the washing machine. That makes a whole bunch of sense. So anyway, guys, you can have those for free. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, drop a comment below. What expensive mistakes and learning curves have you had with your pups in the past? Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed it, please do that, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.